So what I taught you guys in the last class about angle construction should have been enough for you guys to do all of this stuff, right? And let me just check and see whilst everybody watching. Unique triangles. 3 people, right? My three exam people handed it up, so I'm happy about that. Right, very good. So Ariel, you figured out all this pretty easy?
Yeah, it was good too, but the last one I find was tricky.
Right, yes. Well, let's all right. So well, it looks like I could just, because you guys seem to be doing some good work here. So I don't need to go step by step. I think that yes, good work. However, there is a lot of missing stuff. I am seeing too little bit, and this is everybody, not just Shizzy, but too little bit of construction lines. You're missing a lot of construction lines here, right? So I don't know if you all actually did this correctly or not. So I will do it quickly, and then we will see how it goes, right? So everybody seeing this, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So let's try the first triangle, and as I say, I'll just do it real quick. Triangle ABC. Now with every single one of these, every time you get a constructions assignment or a question in exam, do a sketch first. Please, 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 please. Do a sketch first so that you'll know what the image was supposed to look like before you even start constructing it, right? So I have our triangle ABC with AB is 6.5, AC is 4, so I guess from A this could be C, 4.0, and then BC is 5.0, right? So this is the triangle I'm going to construct here. So you see I draw a sketch, I have some idea as to what it's supposed to look like. So let me go and see if I could do this thing now. So the first thing I have to do when I'm drawing this triangle, the first thing I will do is I will construct this underneath line. You notice they say construct. Every single one earlier went and draw. I did not see this and this in terms of construction lines. They say construct. So the first thing I have to do is construct the 6.5. So let me do that quickly. How do I construct a 6.5? Well, I draw a line longer than 6.5. And what is this? ABC here. So I'll mark a point A. And then I will measure 6.5 with my compass. So from 0 to 6.5. Be very exact, and I'll come at the point A, make this mark. Now Shazay, Ariel, Scotia, did anybody actually construct this line, or did they just draw this line?
I constructed mine.
Okay, right. So we've constructed our line 6.5. And this is 6.5 centimeters. Now, notice that they didn't give us any angles at all, right? So what we had to do is we had to construct this line here, 4.0, right? So let me come here now. With my compass, I will construct a line 4.0. Right. So from A, what you had to realize is that I am actually drawing an arc of a circle, and the radius of this circle from center point A, the radius of this circle is 4 centimeters. So even though I don't have an angle, right, the radius, oh why, Right? Let me just draw over them arcs here. Right? So even though I don't have an angle, the radius of this is 4 centimeters. Right? And then if we look at it here, the other line here is 5 centimeters. Right? So let me measure 5 centimeters now. 0 to 5. So from point B, I'll draw a line with radius 5 centimeters. And you notice that where they cut, this point here is the point C. It will be 4 centimeters from A, and it will be 5 centimeters from B. So once I draw my, where is this here? From A to here, from B to here, and in terms of your labeling, you have to put 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters. And if you guys have all of these construction lines, then you get all of your marks. Everybody understand this? Anybody confused or anything? Everybody understands, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So now let's take a look at the second unique triangle. So now they're gonna start to give us angles, and let's see if we can actually, draw a sketch and see what it looks like, right? So in terms of drawing a sketch, PQR with PQ 4.9. So let me just draw PQ here. PQ 4.9. You all seen the sketch, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, just making sure. And at Q, QR is 3.6, but at Q I have an angle of 120 degrees. So at the point Q, 120 degrees is greater than 90, so that's gonna go so. This is 120 degrees here. Alright? So that means that this will be the point R up here, and my triangle gonna look like this, and QR is 3.6. Right? So as I said, most important thing, draw your sketch, right? So let's see if we could actually draw this. The first thing I'm gonna do is construct this 4.9 here. So let me construct PQ 4.9. So first thing is draw a line more than 4.9. P. And if you do enough of these, it is kind of get like real easy. To 4. So-ish. Right, 4.9 maybe is about that. So from P here, and this will be the point Q. I'll just make sure I draw that there. So I have the point Q, 4.9 centimeters, right? Now, at the point Q, I have to construct 120 degrees. We never learned how to construct 120 degrees. However, if you use your knowledge, you'll know that this is a straight line, and this here will be 60 degrees. So if we construct a 60 degrees on this side, then this side will automatically be 120, because 60 and 120 is 180, right? So let's construct a 60 degree from Q. And how do I do that? I put my compass at point Q, open it to any opening, and now I just cut an arc like that and use the same opening from this point here, and I cut an arc like that, and now I have a line that is 120 degrees or 60 degrees here. So this will be 120, but how long is it? Let me check and see how long it is. 3.6. So I had to draw this line 3.6. I have to construct this line 3.6. So what I'll do is I'll measure 3.6 here, 3.6. And if you all didn't notice, as a real perfectionist when it comes to these things, right? And now I have I think 3.6. Well, let me just draw an arc like that, so I know that that arc is 3.6 in radius. So now I can actually draw from the point Q. I could draw this line here, 3.6, to meet this arc here, right? And of course this point up here will be PQR. This is 3.6, and this here will be the triangle PQR. Did you guys have all of these construction lines for this one?
No, sir.
I got that one wrong.
Oh, how you get that one wrong? Oh, by the way, I didn't put, you had to label your angle here. So just think about the things I taught you. You very well know I didn't teach you how to construct a 120, but I did teach you how to construct a 60, a 90, a 30, bisecting, 45. So ask yourself, well, would any of those help? Try to recall what you do know and see if it will help with what you're being asked to do. And chances are it would, right? Because trust me, guys, this entire exam is actually really, really easy, yeah? And it's just up to you to get past that level so that it can be easy. So let's look at this next triangle here. And this next triangle, we're going to draw a sketch. So LM is 4.9. So let me just draw LM 4.9. And at L, I have a 45-degree angle. So a 45-degree angle looks something like that. And at M, I have a 30-degree angle. So a 30-degree angle looks something like that, right? And then this would be here the point N. Yeah. Notice they did not give us the lengths of these things. Chances are in a CSEC question, they would probably want to ask you to measure the length of that. Yeah. So they didn't give us the length, so we just had to do two angles. So what I'll do first is I will construct this line, yeah, 4.9 centimeters, right? And then I'll construct a 45. Well, I had to construct a 90 first and then bisect it to get the 45. Then I had to construct a 60 first and bisect it to get the 30. So we're talking about a lot of construction lines here. So I definitely want to see if you guys have all of these construction lines in yours, right? So that's what our triangle looks like. Let's check it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is construct LM 4.9. So 4.9, I draw a line longer than 4.9. I take my, well, let me put the point L. Actually, I'll put the point L somewhere over here. L, right? Measure 4.9. Right, come from the point L. Cut. So that will be my point M, LM, and I'll come on this side and I will cut here. So that's L and this is M, right? So I have my point LM. Just now, let me just do that again. This software, it can. Anybody ever try to use this? It's real nice, It is just do some dumb things sometimes. But you all should try it. It's a nice program. I left it in the Google Classroom under resources if you ever want to try using it. Alright. So what is this? 4.9, 4.9. And what do I do now? I have to construct a 45 by L, which means I had to construct a 90 and bisect it. So let me construct a 90 and I'll use a different color. So how do I construct a 90? Well, open your compass to any length, right? Make a cut here. Make a cut here, right? Then come from this side. And I want to open my compass so that it will pass L. Right? It will pass the midpoint there. Right? And once it passes L, now I could cut above L and then come from this side with the same opening and cut above L. And this here will be my 90 degree. And now what I'm gonna do, oops, that is not good, is I'm going to bisect the 90. So I'll come from the point L, open my compass to any opening. So let me open it to about here. Oh, stop it. Yeah, about there. Right? Any opening, let me use a different color like that. Right? And I cut both lines. I cut this line and I cut that line there. And now with the same compass opening, I'm gonna come and cut an arc like so, and then like so. And now I have my 45 degree. And I don't know how long it is, so I'm just gonna draw it all the way out like that. Nice. And this here is 45 degrees. Next, over here at the point M, I have to construct a 30 degree. So I don't know how to do a 30, but I know how to do a 60 and then bisect it. So what I'll do is I will come at this point here, open my compass to any opening. What is that? Oh, the compass reaching all the way over there, right? Any opening, and I will cut an arc like this. Then I will come here, cut an arc like this, and that will give me a 60 degree. If I join these two lines here, that is 60 degrees. Okay? But I could do a little quick thing and tell me if this makes sense to all you. I could keep the same compass opening now. Come from this point here, right? And then cut this arc over here. And then come from this point here and cut this arc over here. And what I did, I didn't even bother to draw the line for the 60, right? I didn't bother to draw the line for, but you could draw the line for the 60. But I used this arc here to actually bisect the 60 to give me the 30. So the 30 gonna come so onto this line there. Oh no, that's not it. And this point here is LMN, the point N. Now look, and this here is 30 degrees. Now look at how much construction lines I have there. Yeah, that's rel marks. Rel marks. Plenty marks. So I hope that you are making note of this. Yeah, and you guys should have probably been following along and doing it with your geometry set along with me. Yeah, if you were good students, that is. So am I being too harsh on you? No? Do I need to be harsher? Okay, I'll be harsher. I could do that.
No, sir.
Right. So let's deal with, we just did LMN, right? 45, 30, right? Let's talk about X, Y, Z. So let's do a sketch first, right? We have the angle at Y. So I don't know who is who, but I'll just put Y here. And that angle, oops, let me get rid of that Y actually. Alright, I'll just put Y over here. And that angle, the angle at Y is 90 degrees. That's all I know so far. Right? XZ. Well, I don't know. Y doesn't connect. Look, they say YZ. So Y connects to that. So YZ is 3.8. So maybe I could put Z over here. And I could have 3.8. If you wanted to put Z over here and have this as 3.8, that's fine as well. As long as you have a clear, it'll all turn out the same, right? So that means that this point here will be X, and here is 6.6. Now notice something. They gave us this angle here, but they didn't give us this one. They didn't give us an angle here. All they did was give us a length, right? And you need to realize that this is actually the same principle as the very first question. So it's actually quite easy, right? The first thing I'm gonna do is construct this 3.8 down here. So 3.8, I'm gonna construct that. Then I'll construct this 90 degrees on Y. And then you'll see what I'll do about this guy, right? So YZ 3.8, let me get to that, right? First construct a line. 3.8 centimeters. So draw a line, mark a point, Y. Let's go, it's 3.8, right? So I'll come here. Three 3.567. Oh, that doesn't look like it now. I need to do that. 3 point. Wow, my eyes just, whew. Oh, my eyes was like, oh, I can't handle it. Right? So here, cut that. I'll come from this side. Cut that there. So what is that? That is YZ. At 3.8. So now at Y, I'm gonna construct a 90 degree. So I'm gonna put my compass at Y. I'm gonna open the compass to any length really. Right? Let me just change the color. And I'm gonna cut that arc on this side of Y. Come on, don't do that. Ah! No. And then I'm gonna cut an arc on this side of Y. So now, put it at this point, and I will open greater than Y, so that I can cut an arc above Y, and then from this arc over here, have that intersection there. And now this is 90 degrees. How tall is it? They didn't give us a length. They didn't give us a length for that. So I will just put it tall. Right. So I have a 90 degree line there. Right. So now what did they tell us? They tell us that from the point Z to the point X, which will cut this line that we just draw here, it's going to be 6.6 centimeters. So all I will do is I will come with my compass and measure 6.6. Oh, come on. So from 0, 6.6. So there, right. So now that I've measured 6.6, I'll come from the point Z and I will just cut an arc until it intersects that line. Right. Nice. That's it. And that's all, and that's everything. So this point here will be X, I think, maybe. This point here will be X. And then this line from Z to X will be 6.6, which is the radius of the arc of this circle. So 6.6 centimeters, 3.8, 90 degrees. Look at how much construction lines I have here. How did you guys do with this one? Right? And what did we learn in that last class? Well, we talked about constructing a line segment. We talked about constructing a 60 degree. We talked about how to construct a 90 degree. We talked about how to bisect a 60 degree to get us 30 and 15 and 7.5 if you just keep cutting it in half. And then 5, we talked about how to bisect a 90 to give us 45, 22.5, and so on. Alright? So today, we're just going to talk about two things, right? Two simple constructions that we need to know, right? The first one is bisecting a line segment. So let's just say I have a line segment, right? Let's just say it's AB. Notice I did not measure it. I don't know how long this line segment is at all. I do not know how long it is. I do not care. But even without knowing how long it is, I could cut it exactly in half, right? And how do you cut it exactly in half? Well, it's pretty much almost like constructing a 90 degree angle, right? All you need to do is from one point, you stretch open your compass so that you know it's more than half. You know it's more than half, right? So once you average, once you see that looking more than half, you lock your compass there, right? Then what you want to do is you want to cut an arc above the line and, oh come on, stop it. Girl, I hate this thing. And you want to cut an arc below the line. And I don't know if I'll have enough space there. I hope that it works out. So you cut an arc above the line and you cut an arc below the line. This thing will get in my backspace, right? Now, you notice the first thing I did was I stretched the compass open to more than half. I'm going to keep that exact same compass opening from the next side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to intersect that there and then come at the bottom and way just out of the page there, intersect that there. So because I'm out of the page means I'm going to do it again, right? But at the end of the day, once you have the two intersections, all you need to do is connect them like that, right? And you would have split this line in two. Now notice something. You didn't only cut this line exactly in two, but you also constructed a 90 degree angle. Yeah. So this here is called a perpendicular bisector. So it's a bisector. It cuts the line exactly in half, and it's also perpendicular, meaning it is at a right angle to the line. So does everybody understand this? How you all feel about this? Soraya, I'm not hearing from you at all. You still with us? Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing with all of this? You remembering all of this stuff?
Yeah, I was doing the construction and blah blah blah, and
Right.
like segments, and I have my notes, and I did pass through everything, and I remember what went on.
Nice. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just do it over one more time. At least by the time I finish this, at least Ollie will know exactly what to do. Right? A. B. This compass thing is frustrating. I can't wait to finish this topic so I never have to do this again. Right? It's fun though. It's fun. I like it. No, not that. So I will cut an arc above. Cut a nice long arc this time. I'll cut a nice long arc below, and then I'll come from this side. Remember, the compass is more than half the length of the line, so I cut an arc here, and I also cut an arc here. And once you could join these two, that did not work. Alright, so this is the perpendicular bisector. The line is cut exactly in half. So you could see here, without even knowing it, I draw a line 5 centimeters because I didn't measure it. And look, because remember I didn't measure it. I just put 2 dots, dot, 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 real quick. So this could work for any line. So it just happens that I am just so dread that I draw a line that was pretty much exactly 5 centimeters. And look, the perpendicular bisector is pretty much exactly 2.5 centimeters there. So no matter how long a line is, and even if you don't know the length of a line, you could still cut it in half. And you can see that there's a perfect 90 degrees right there. Right, so everybody cool with this? Now let's move on to the other one. All right, I hope nobody have any questions, right? Now, this one is a little bit tricky, so check this out. And let me see if I can remember how to do this, right? All right. So I have a line, right? And I have a point that is not on the line. What I want to do is I want to draw a line from that point straight to the line segment, but it must be at 90 degrees. So I want to draw a perpendicular line from a point that is off the line, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to draw or construct a perpendicular to a line segment from a point off the line. And this is the last one. Right? So we're going to construct a perpendicular, right, from a point off the line. So let me know when I'll reach here and just say done it when I'll ready.
Done.
I have one done it.
Done.
2 done it.
Done.
Okay, that sounds like enough done it. Right. So here's how we're gonna do it, right? We want to construct a perpendicular line from this point here. So I am going to put my compass at the point, and I'm going to open the compass to make sure that I could cut the line segment in 2 places, here and here. Right? So what we actually did there, if you take a look at it, what we actually did is this arc is at the center. Alright? This arc is, this point here is the center of this circle. Yeah? So this point, think about it, this point is the center of this circle. Right? And these 2 points here are points on the circle. So these 2 points here, let's call them A and B. They are the same distance from P, because they're both, the point A is on the circle, the point B is on the circle. So they are the same distance. So all we had to do now is come from this point here and do the perpendicular bisector, right? So we can actually come at the point P if we want to, or really and truly we don't really need to come at the point P. So from here we could come at the point P, and let's try that and see. And cut that arc here, right? And cut the arc on the other side as well, like this. And then come from here now, the point B, right? And you'll see that you'll intersect right at the point P, no problem. Right? I think mine a little bit off. You see what has happened when you just shift your calculator, your compass a little bit, right? You can get a little bit off, and then you come right here, right? So what we just did, because remember, from the point B, if we look at the compass separation, that is more than half. So what we just did was we found the perpendicular bisector of AB, yeah? And we just happened to include that point P. So now we could join this one to this one. And now what do we have? We have this line here being exactly 90 degrees from AB, right? So let's look at some of these here, right? Using a ruler, a pencil, and a pair of compasses, construct a right angle triangle such that blah 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 blah, right? Remember what I said, draw your sketch first, right? So using a ruler, construct a right angle triangle ABC such that AB is 5 centimeters. The angle at B, right, is 90 degrees, right? And the angle at A is 60 degrees. So the angle at B is 90 degrees. Right? And remember how to read angle. They have here the angle ABC. So the angle does actually be in the middle one, B. Remember we talked about how to read angles, right? And in this one here, BAC. So the angle is actually at the middle point A. So at point B, I have a 90 degrees. And I guess this will be the point A. I'll have a 60 degrees, and I could do it like that, right? And then I guess this will be C. And what did they tell me? AB is 5 centimeters. So this had to be 5 centimeters, and that's it. That's all the information they give me, right? So do you guys think that you could construct this one? Ariel and Shazee.
Yes, sir.
Right. Remember, construct means you have to construct this baseline as well, but everybody did that, so you all did a good job at that at least, right? Right. Using a ruler and blah 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 blah, construct that triangle in which LM is 12 centimeters. The angle at L is 30 degrees and the angle at M, right? So I have LM 12 centimeters. The angle at L is 30 degrees. 30 degrees. The angle at M is 90 degrees. So I have a triangle looking like this. So you can see how dreadfully important it is for you to draw your sketch, right? Now this one, construct a trapezium ABCD with AB equals 8 centimeters, BAD, so the angle, so AB, 8 cm, AB, right? The angle at A is 60 degrees, so that is a 60 degree day. AD is 6 centimeters, so 6 centimeters from A to this point D, right? And AB is parallel to CD. Credit will be given to AB is parallel to CD. So I have another one here, CD. So this will be C over here. How do you think you could make this line parallel to this one? What do you think you would have to do? Remember, I would have to construct my 60 here, yeah? And then, when I construct my 60 and I draw my line, I would have to take the compass and measure 6 centimeters and cut like that in order to mark out that 6 centimeter spot. So from this point B, I would have to do the same thing. I would have to construct a 60-degree angle here, right? And then I would have to measure the 6 centimeters and cut like that, right? And then these 2 points here, when I draw that, they should be parallel to this. Everybody understands? Nobody understands?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh gosh, using, check this one. Using that, construct a square of 6 centimeters. 6, 6, 6, 6. I really hope that you all get this one for CSEC, yes? So what you would have to do, you have to construct your line segment first, 6 centimeters. Right? Then you would have to construct 290 degrees going all the way up. Then you would have to mark off your compass 6 centimeters and cut the arcs there. And then these 2 points there, you'll have to join them and you'll get your square. Show all of your constructions carefully. If we look at this one here, this one have a sets question, and I just left the sets question there because I was like, you know what? Do the sets question too, yes? So just a little revision on sets. Feel free to do it. No problem. We'll take a look at it when we're doing it. But let's see. This one was the one that I was a little iffy about, right? Construct a triangle CDE in which DE is 10 centimeters. So DE 10 cm. All right. DC is 8 centimeters. And the angle at D is 45. So you can see here the angle at D. So I'll put the angle at D is 45. And then what they say, DC, so I guess C is somewhere up here, is 8 centimeters. Right? And I think everybody could do that, right? But this is the one. Construct a line CF perpendicular to DE. So you see they want, this is the line DE here, and they want a line CF. So from the point C coming down here to the point F, and it's perpendicular to DE. So this is what we were talking about just now, right? What you would have to do is you would have to construct a perpendicular to this point DE, right? So from the point C, you could construct, you don't have to work with the points D and E. From the point C, you cut your arc like this, and then from these 2 points here is where you could cut your arcs at C and then down here, and then you draw this line very lightly. And then, oh, this is one thing, all construction lines must be light, but then when you're done, you draw the actual drawing, you trace over the actual drawing in deep pencil, right? So they could see the construction lines lightly, but they see the actual drawing deep.